So this is where I keep my game boxes, in this storage room. So I've still got a lot of stuff in here that could go into the games room. So as you can see here, this is where the SNES box and the limited edition Final Fantasy PS3 box is up here. Got a Switch box to go upstairs, and a PS4 box. I've got another Dreamcast one, and I need to move this 360 Star Wars edition box. I'm going to keep all the collector's boxes up here for games. I think I'm going to move some of this, but I'm not too sure what yet. Got a PS2 Slim that can go upstairs. All of this stuff, I'm not too sure if this is going to migrate upstairs yet. Depends how much space, because that room isn't too big, so it depends what I can fit up there. So yeah, a couple of these boxes are going to go upstairs, and I also need to migrate a lot of the PS1 games that I have in here as well. So my PS1 games are all stacked behind here. I have this bedside table that kind of just blocks off a lot of these, so I think I fit in with the retro theme. These are going to go upstairs. I've got some 360 games, again they're double stacked at the back there. It's a bit messy over here. My PS1 games come up to like here, all kind of mixed up and not really organised very well. PS2 games are on this side. Not too sure if I'm going to migrate these upstairs, but again, these are all kind of retro now, so PS3 games and PS4 games I think are going to stay downstairs. That's primarily where I'm going to play those games, are downstairs. So it's nice to fit everything in one room, but I've got so much stuff that I can't really fit everything in that room. So I have to be selective on what I choose from my collection here. Everything's kind of stacked behind each other and on top of each other. It's a bit of a mess. I also have a GameCube behind that Snoop Dogg pop vinyl there, which you can't see, so that's going to go upstairs. This is where my Dreamcast games were. I don't have many Dreamcast games, but that's where they were. A couple of DVDs and collector's editions down there. Behind here we have like more Game Gear games and some Mega Drive games. I think these are going to go upstairs, so I need to reorganize this section. There's a couple of N64 box which can go upstairs. PSP games, not too sure if I'll leave them down here. It's a very small selection of Vita games that can stay here. And we've got some Japanese GameCube games which I might put upstairs, but I like the box art, so I might leave these down here. My single PS5 game, that can probably go up there, but a lot of rejigging and kind of moving stuff upstairs. This is going to be very empty once a lot of this stuff goes up there. This is what it looks like for now. I'll keep you updated once I decide what goes upstairs. So I've got a couple of things here for the gaming room, and this stuff here is from Temu. So I have these rope lights, LED neon rope lights, and the cheapest I found for these was like £19. Normally a Goovy one would cost around £80 to £90, but I thought for the gaming room I'll just go all out budget on this. Comes with a remote. This is like 5 meters long. Has manual controls and some fittings for the sidewall and the user manual. So these are going to go around the skirting boards of the floor. I have some USB powered leaf lights, which I thought would be cool to go around one of the bookshelves where I'll display the consoles. And this is just your ordinary leaf. I'm not too sure how long these are, but I just got this just to give the room a bit of colour and a natural look to it. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap these around the bookshelf. Here is a new addition to the games room. This is the AOC Gaming ultra wide 34-inch monitor. A nice budget friendly monitor that didn't cost too much money. I got this on deal for around $260, which was about 50% off or 40% off from the original value. So this is going to fit over here. Somehow, I need to somehow make this fit on the sim rig, but let's go ahead and unbox this first. So this model has a display, I think it's a VA display. It's a WQHD 180Hz with a HDR of 400. Has AMD FreeSync, 1 millisecond response time, HDMI port. Let's go ahead and unbox this. Probably best if I do this on the floor. There's the stand, which I've had not too great reviews of. Not that I'm going to use the stand, because it's going to be mounted up there. The second part of the stand, height adjustable. I don't know if you can rotate this. I want to see how wide this is, because I was going to go for a 32-inch, but it didn't look too great. I wanted to try an ultra-wide monitor for racing games. And the only downside of this is you do use the vertical screen. But you do get a better wide angle. I can't seem to get this out without tipping this. Okay, here is the monitor. Wow. I think this has a 1500R curve. So it's kind of like in the mid-range of how curved this is. It looks pretty snazzy. This one has a USB hub, which is quite useful. I don't think this one has speakers. It has 2 HDMI ports and 2 display ports and a headphone jack. It doesn't weigh too much. And okay, so we don't have the toggle menu button. We have individual menu buttons, which from my experience is quite difficult to get used to sometimes. I keep pressing like the off button, but yeah, we got the volume, menu, power button. So at least that has a dedicated power button. So now it's the joys of trying to fit this over here. This is the monitor with the stand. There's a bit of a flex at the back here. It's not, you touch it a little bit and it wobbles a bit, but it's not the worst stand I've experienced with. This is kind of large. It does take up a lot of space if you have a desk. I think you can go up and down. That's a nice smooth experience. You can tilt it up if I want to, or tilt it down. So there we go, that's the monitor. Now it's time to try and fit it on the sim rig mount. This is my old racing sim setup here. So this is going to be on the Omega GT-R racing rig. So I just need to dismantle everything here. This has a desk lamp, which I'm probably going to sell because I won't need the desk lamp anymore. It's quite solid on this desk, although if the force feedback is on 100%, this does rattle the whole desk and also the walls. So I had a big issue playing with this direct drive on this PC desk here. This is where I also put all of my figurines and stuff. But anyway, it wasn't the most ideal way of playing racing games on this desk, just because this is way too strong, I would say. The Logitech G293 will probably be better on this PC desk. But anyway, I need to remove and disconnect everything from here. I also forgot to mention that the wiring down here is horrendous, and you can see my Mazda pedals down here. Still need to get the clutch, upgrade the springs, just so there's some more resistance on the brake there. So I need to disconnect everything and move it out of here. I also have this Mazda HGP shifter that I haven't got round to trying yet, because I had to initially buy another desk clamp just to use this, which would have set me back like 50 to 70 pounds. Now that I've got a cockpit, I can actually install this on the shifter part. But I'm gonna try this one out. If I don't like it, I can always sell this one. I do like how simple this Thrustmaster one is, even though it may not be as sturdy as the Mazda shifter. But I'm gonna give this one a go.